Hi, my name's John. Welcome to another Sunday night nightcap. It's actually Thursday night at the minute and I'm recording this video on a timer because I'm going to a steam rally at Gloucester with my wife Deborah. So as you're watching this, I should be hopefully driving back up the M1 heading towards home. A little bit complicated, I know, but that's just the way it is. I hope the timer works. Well, we'll find out when I get home, I suppose. Anyway, tonight's nightcap, I do a small part for that lad, the RD 500. That was the two RD 250 engines that I welded the crankcase together. I make a little adapter for his cam to work the points. Quite interesting little job. There's a lot of processes, machining processes in one little part. That's why I've included it. And in part two, I do, or a sure job I do for a local engineering company. There's some big bronze rings that I soldered together and they machine them into mechanical seals. They didn't take any video of the machining, but there's some still pictures there. And the next one I do, I'm going to go and get a bit of film of the actual machining process and then actually splitting the two halves apart to finish the actual mechanical seals off. This is a cam that operates the points on a motorbike engine. The lad that's building the RD 500, which is the two 250s I welded the crankcase together on, now needs to modify this because obviously he's got to run more sets of points. What he wants me to do is machine one of these 55mm long just down to that diameter there, and he's going to actually hand file that cam on the end of his bit of bar. I've got a bit of EN24 steel. I'll make it out of that, then it can be hardened. I'm not sure if he needs that slot in there or not, that key in there or not. I'll have to give him a ring and find out. I always run the lathe slow when I first started up, just to get some oil around things. A little bit of run out on this, but it doesn't really matter. It's just going to get the 2D machine down anyway. I need 3.5mm off there. That's a 1mm cut, so it'll take 2mm off. Change the tip to something more suitable. These tips I'm using have already been used on a CNC machine and had the edges knocked off them, but they're still perfectly usable for me. There's a one there that's actually broken, but it'll still work well enough for what I want it to do. That's machining it a lot better. .75. I'm going to put 0.3 on. just about there. The bar's the same size at both ends, which is always a good sign, means the lathe's turning nice and straight. And only the air reducing down to that diameter for whatever length that is. Right, if I measure the OD needs, what I need to do is zero the vernier and then measure on there, and it tells me it's direct reading what I need to take off, which is basically 4.2. Take 2mm off at first, and the distance is 26mm, and we'll touch it off. About 2mm in. It's 1mm cut, so it takes 2mm off. Same again, another 1mm cut. Just about there. Right, happy with that. Just going to put a little chamfer on there, give it a light polish, and then part it off to length. But I want to drill a hole through first, possibly even ream it. I'm not sure what size hole it is, but I think I will be reaming it. The hole's 8mm, I have got an 8mm reamer, so we'll drill it to 7.8 and then ream it. As long as the drill's putting swarf out like that, you can continue. Once it starts to block up, and you need to put a bigger hole in just to give some clearance for the swarf to come out. This is a 7.8, which is ideal to put the 8 mm reamer through behind it. We'll have to part it off before do that, of course, so the reamer can go all the way through. Make sure that the parting tool is at 90 degrees to the job. A little bit longer, than it gives us screw up to square the end up. Screw things down a little bit. Keep lossing me acid brushes. You can tell it's a bit of decent material. Right, reamers run very slow, and you always turn them in the direction of cut. You don't reverse a reamer. So that's taking 0.1 of a mil per side. Always derag holes and put little chamfers on. It looks better and it's a lot safer as well. Right, so now he's got to file the actual cam lobe on, and I think I've got to put that slot in that keyway. I'm not quite sure. Right, I've been and tried the part on the bike, and like most things when you're doing a job like this, it's not quite how he wants it. What he wants is that turning down to about 10 mil from the end to that diameter, and that little key we're putting in. So we'll do that now. Just got to put a centre in there just to keep that lined up. This chuck's pretty good, it should run nice and true with that. Pretty good. I'll give it a light polish, and then we can put the keyway in. Right, we need to find the centre, so I can find the centre of there. It's exactly the same as the centre of that. The keyway needs to be 4mm deep, so we'll gently touch it off. Doing 1/2 cuts here. That's 4mm. The cutter has survived. Look at that. It's a little rag there to knock off with a little needle file, and the job will be good.